Okay, here we are for another episode of Choose Your Path with me, your host, Sharontel Durskill. That's all I'm going to say for today. Sharontel Durskill, click the link in my bio. You can purchase the book. You can check out the merchandise, all of those things. Hello, My Health Dosage. Are you ready? Oh my goodness, I need to, maybe I should put my guest name on the tag it, pin it so you guys can follow. Let me do that. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys for coming in. I get so excited with these conversations. All right, let me see. I could put it down at the bottom. I'm going to, oh no, I don't disappear when they're not on. Hi, Brenda. There. I got my coffee. And I am ready for another episode of Choose Your Path. I'm high-fiving everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to come in and come on. Hello, Cameron, Brenda, My Health Dosage. Rocky, we are live. Yes. Tamika Lee, we are live. Hello. I want to thank Big Jig for this t-shirt. My grinding, God's timing. It's all about the process. We got to trust the process, right? Because it's definitely a process. Are we ready? I think all he has to do, let me see if he's in. Thank you. I know, right? I like this one. And I love black. It's so weird like that. I hope that everybody's day today has been amazing, because mine has been an amazing day. I've been on Clubhouse all day, having so much fun. Oh, right. Oh, boy.
Oh, hello.
Are we going to have good hello? I want to make sure that we're going to have good connection.
You tell me, how's it going so far?
Okay. Oh, so far, so good. I just had to say that. Sometimes when people outside, I'm like, oh, man.
I'm trying to get some good. I'm trying
Yeah,
to find
no, that's amazing lighting. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like here in Connecticut, we got like a snowstorm going on and it's dark here. So
Oh, wow.
beautiful. Yeah, I love it.
Wow. Well, yeah, right here, it's no snow at all. We enjoying this beautiful weather.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. So here we are. Eric, Jordon, Tidwell, thank you so much for coming in and saying yes to the conversations.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my goodness. So I'm Sharontel Durskill. In the short, brief elevator pitch, I am a celebrity publicist, I'm a speaker, and just recently became an international best-selling author. So here we are. And I thank you so much. Thank you. I came up with these conversations during the pandemic because there was nothing to do. And I think the greatest ideas are born sometimes when there's nothing to do. Like you find yourself in a position where it's like, what do I do? All of my events are canceled. So I figured that I would just come on and just have conversations, with my friends. That was the intent at first, and say, check. Hey, what's going on? How you doing over there? And we get to, talk about it. And then it really turned into a thing. That's what ideas do, though, right? It turns into a thing.
This is true.
So I'm going to go all over the place. This is really literally an unscripted show, but I don't act like crazy stuff. I ask things where I really want to get to know who you are as a human being, and also get to know, I'll pin yours, PK Entertainment, Rocky. Maybe I'll pin your comment because that one is better. So people can get to know who you are as an individual, and also get to understand your creative gifts that you have. So that's what this is about.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. So let's do it. We got to go back to, where are you from? I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, not too far from Detroit, Michigan. Born and
Detroit,
raised.
Michigan?
Yeah.
Really? I met someone else
Yeah.
earlier on Clubhouse from Detroit. I didn't ask her, like, yep, yep. And I was like, wow, that's so crazy. We're not that far from each other at all.
No, just a couple hours.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. How was it growing up there?
It was different. I mean, like I said, I'm used to all 4 seasons. So being out here in LA is definitely different with just one season year round, and that's summer. So
Yeah.
I'm loving that. Detroit was a good foundation place for me. I guess like a good place to grow up for me because you just get to experience different cultures, different ethnicities, different political beliefs, and different financial backgrounds. So I think that growing up in Detroit, which is Wayne County, which is also right next door to Oakland County, which is one of the wealthiest counties in the country. I think it was, a huge dynamic to grow up in one of the most crime, devastated places, being next door to one of the wealthiest places. So, I got to see both sides of the fence.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing because you want to get different perspectives on life. You don't want to just see it one way. And especially sometimes when you grow up in certain urban neighborhoods, such as I in Cleveland, where I've seen many, many things, but I've also seen how beautiful life can be as well. So
Yeah.
that's a beautiful perspective to have both sides and actually experience it. It's all about the experience. So that's cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love LA. LA is a whole vibe.
It is. It is. That's the perfect word for it too, honestly. Like you can't even describe it. You just gotta feel it.
Yeah, it's a whole vibe. And when you tap into that, you're like, man, it's not really that bad out here at all. Like, it's really cool. When you check the scene and the people, like the people that I've connected with there are absolutely amazing. It's like, what do you do? And it's like, oh, I got this guy that does da 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 da. And it just seems like it just connect the dots because people are all about like art. At least the people that I've connected with there. This is my experience. I know everyone can get a different experience, but I'm just telling my experience is that it's been absolutely amazing over the years. So that's dope to be there.
Yeah.
And I get to see that. So I'm glad you went outside.
I think it's the town of dreamers. Like everybody here has a dream that they're trying to chase and fulfill. So I think you get a lot of support from the other creatives, around here, and it just like motivates you to keep going because you're like, oh, you're trying to do it too, like, yeah, all right, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Exactly, because people definitely think you crazy. Like, why are you gonna do that? Like, what are you doing? What attracted you to becoming? I know you're so many things, but what attracted you to becoming an actor?
Ooh, really, it was the freedom, I guess. Starting off my entertainment career as a runway model, everything is real, like, strict and compact and tight and, very little emotion. But, being able to be on screen, kind of display my personality, display my athleticism, display just my character. I think that that's really what gravitated me towards acting, on top of the fact that, you can do it in anywhere in the world. And I mean, until you're 100 years old. So I think that it was something that was like an easy call, an easy transition.
Yeah.
Rather.
Oh, that is so true. I wonder, I don't know if I missed him yet because he's never missed a show. His name is Alvin Smith, and he was on The Chi, one of my favorite series for Showtime. And he was on there, and he's usually on here every time. He might be on here, or he'll probably watch it later. But I don't know. I just fell in love with that show. And one of the characters, her real name, Miriam Hyman, I brought her on here because I connected with her character so much. It felt like, when I watched her, I'm like, you like really put your whole self into that character. Like, I absolutely admire what you guys do because it's really something to tap into a being that's not you. Like, you get to step out and remember the lines. I said, oh no, honey, my memory is too bad. I'd be like, they'd be like, I did a show on Dr. Oz, right? And I had to do like a scripted part, and I had to do, I don't know how many takes. And then, and then as I did this commercial, and she was like, nope, you did good. And it was the first take because I realized what I did, you know, what I was doing wrong and what I could like
Yeah.
key more into. So that's why I think that people should like really not be so hard on themselves when they don't get it right the first time. It takes
Yeah.
time, but when you get into that, like the audience that gets
Yeah.
to watch that, you know, that artwork that you guys put together, they can
Yeah.
actually tap into it and feel it more because you dived into the character so that that way we can be, you know, connected, be like, exactly, that dude did me like that too. Like,
Hmm.
or, oh my goodness, like, wow, you could tell that she really loved her. Like you really go into it, and that's an amazing, amazing. I had to ask you that first. Like that's an amazing gift to have because
Yeah, you
I
got it
don't got
too.
that.
Like you got it too. Like you said, you were just doing it. You know, it is true that that I do have natural talent. You know, whether it was God given or just something that I developed over time. But you know, I grew up watching movies, so I never really thought that I could be in them. But when I got on set, I was actually pretty blessed because the first crew that I was around in New York shooting the first season of Tough Love, they were mainly graduates from film school. So, you know, I got to just kind of like study what they were doing as I was learning the process myself. And, you know, growing up in Detroit, you know, as an athlete, you know, I pay attention to like repetition and, you know, what is it that I could do differently to improve, to meet the level of my competition or teammates. So, yeah, like even how you were saying, like, you know, each time you did it, you got better. You know, it's the same thing. It's really the same thing.
Yeah, no, but I definitely pay homage to the actors because yeah, no. Sometimes it's so funny when I watch the credits and I'm like, man, do you know what it takes to actually put like a scene together? Like it takes so
Yeah,
many people and there's so
it
much work
does.
into it.
It
And I
does.
think sometimes when people can understand that, maybe they can come from a perspective of that instead of
Yeah.
looking from the outside in, because I definitely I admire what you guys do. Like that's amazing. So I
Yeah,
had to bring
believe it
that
or
up
not,
first.
it's what people don't realize is it's way more people behind the camera, you know, making it happen and setting up that shot, you know, than the people that you actually see on camera. You know, you might see
Yeah,
two, three, four people in the scene, and behind them is 35, 36, 37 people making sure that everything is just right.
that is amazing. Tell me about, I know that the actor thing, I had to bring that up and we'll definitely get back to the tough love.
Yeah.
Tell me about the writer piece side of you. Like what does that
Yeah.
creative process look like? And tell me about that.
Yeah, so it started when I was younger. It was actually writing music, a lot of it that I never even released. But actually, with the most recent progress of Tough Love, it was a production company that reached out to me and told me that they were looking for more talent to be a part of their like YouTube content and stuff like that, as well as
uh,
some indie films and short projects that they wanted to put out. Um, but when speaking with them, they pretty much told me that they also were looking for writers, and you know, at that point, I just kind of like sent them over a couple of scripts that I had wrote up, like you said, during quarantine, just, you know, trying to stay busy. And they liked them. And believe it or not, so far we've shot two of them. And I'm looking forward to releasing those on YouTube pretty soon, just to showcase my writing side. And I'm looking forward to also directing the next piece of mine that we wrote. So those will all be coming soon to YouTube, and you know, I'll be posting and promoting them, and I'm really excited about that. I like writing drama, comedy, horror is actually something that I surprisingly really enjoy writing, and I'm looking forward to
really?
writing and finishing this action piece that I'm working on.
How do you I was in the store the other day and I seen a lot of James Peterson books. Are you familiar with him?
Yes, I am.
Oh my goodness. So I always wonder like how does I mean when you see a person in you know everyday life, you like because people connect with your work so much that they actually really think that you're that, right? And
Hmm.
so I wonder, like, how does he go into that mindset where he can go so dark? Because when you think about horror and people missing and being
Yeah,
kidnapped and, you know,
that's
crime scenes everywhere,
yeah.
you have to take yourself there. So how do you pull yourself out of all of these different parts of writing that you write? How do you do that?
It's kind of interesting. You know, obviously he's, you know, far more experienced than me. I kind of like dip in and out of the emotion. It's kind of like, you know, like I'm in a mood. You know, like I might be working on one project and then my
Mm-hmm.
energy transfers and I'm, you know, finishing up another project. So believe it or not, you know, you know, it's an energy that I'm in, and oftentimes when I'm watching a really good movie, that is what inspires me. So, you know, if I'm watching something like The Invisible Man, you know, or Don't
Oh,
Breathe,
that's
when
sweet.
I'm watching these, you know, these horror films that they, you know, just come up with very small concepts and just expand on it, it really inspires me. So it's really like an energy, like a vibe type of thing, and then just trying to like stay tuned into that whatever it is you're trying to put out right then.
Oh, well, it definitely wasn't a comparison. I just kind of wanted to know, like,
Oh
how
yeah,
do
of
you do that? You know
course.
what I mean? Of
Yeah, of
course
course,
not. No, I
of
wouldn't do
course.
that. I wouldn't do that because we're all
Of
unique in
course.
our own way. For me, you know, before I got into entertainment, I worked as an EMT. I worked in emergency medicine for over 15 years.
Nice.
And yeah, and I seen it in real life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or I seen the horror side of
Hmm.
life
Hmm.
real in real time. So
Yeah.
for me, it's hard to pull myself out so I don't watch those movies. Like I'm the
Yeah.
one that would bawling my eyes out. I'm like, did you see? I did watch some. I can't even remember the name of it, but he killed the mom, and I'm like, I couldn't get that out of my head, and I was literally left the movies crying because I'm like, he killed her. Because I'm like making it, I'm connecting it
You
to
got me
real life.
thinking.
Everything I watch. Yep.
Right. You
I
got
was
me
like,
thinking. I'm trying to
he
remember
killed
what
the,
that
he
was.
killed the, they was, yeah, they were out in some, I don't know, some camp or something. You know how people, they be taking their trips to the camp with the
In the
family and there don't
woods.
really be nobody
Yeah.
else there. Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody else there but them. Like,
That you know
and
something bad
yeah,
gonna
they killed
happen.
the mom first. They killed they killed both of the parents. And I was like, what about the kids? You know, and I couldn't pull myself out. So I tried to like, I don't know. I'm like this huge empath. So I got to be really careful of the things that I
Yeah.
watch because I like connect everything with real life.
Oh
I
wow.
don't
Okay.
know why I do
Okay.
that.
Yeah. No, I can
Everything.
separate it.
Like
I'm seeing
even
the
the
same.
animated movies. See, I can't
Mm,
separate
mm.
it. I
That's
can't
deep.
separate it. Yeah, yeah, I can't separate it. So that's
So you
why
probably
I think it's
your heart was
amazing. Like I'm
broken on
asking,
Lion King.
my heart was broken. Yeah, my heart was broken on Beauty and the Beast.
Oh wow.
Okay. Before I realized that he was still alive. It was
That's
broken.
funny.
It was broken. So yeah. Oh, tell me about Tough Love. So season 5. What in the what in the what? Like the one that he was sitting there, he
Yeah.
was kind of explaining like, well, you know, baby, this is kind of like what I need. She probably didn't even hear what he was saying. Because
Yeah.
sometimes us as women can be a tad bit selfish on wanting to receive. I want this, I want that, and I want it like this, and I want it like that. And with expectations, with not actually sitting down and communicating to the man and letting him know what you want, you go all in his brain, and he's supposed to figure it out. And then it was like, you know, and then there was some commentation it looked like in between, and it was just quite interesting. So I want to kind of get your perspective on, did you pick up that? How do you decide, you know, what role you want to be in and which role you choose? How does that decision, how does tough love?
So a lot of times in the script, it'll tell you what kind of emotion to give off. But also, you know, when you are in that environment and in that zone, a lot of a real emotion ends up coming out. You know, like you said, when you're really like you know, becoming this character. So the creators of Tough Love actually did give us a lot of free range to kind of like express ourselves in that. And that's what another reason why I was saying, you know, I feel like I was really blessed to work with them. But yeah, it's really about how do you feel? Like how would Keith feel in this moment? You know, whether he's talking to Jordon or Story or you know whomever. Like how does he feel? You know what I mean? And sometimes I even think about you know some of my own experiences. You know, like everyone hasn't necessarily been pleasant. So you know, I'm thinking about how did I feel in that moment, and you know you know, a girl in that, feeling that moment, and, you know, what was her reaction, and what reaction would she have liked to hear? So I just think about all of these different things. And, you know, when you're on set, you kind of just, you know, make a decision and perform. And then, you know, the director would either tell you to give me more or bring it back down some, or it's perfect. And, you know, you go from there. At the end of the day, you really just kind of like strive to make the director happy, the director and the writers.
Yeah, he is. He is such a great speaker. This is absolutely amazing. I'm so happy. Because I don't know,
Man, I
sometimes,
wish
you
I
know,
could see
people,
the
you be like,
comments. I
where
don't
are
know
you?
why I can't see them.
That sucks that you can't see him. I hate when that happens. So that you can engage, because I am like totally somewhere else. Like, hold on, let me scroll down. What did he say? I'll tell you the good stuff.
Cool,
They said
cool.
facts.
Thank you,
Hello,
everybody.
everyone. Hello. Yeah, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. DJ T, Boogie, Storm, Interlude. Oh, my goodness. It's so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, we're going to try to get that number up, huh? I don't know. All the numbers always come after. That's how it works. I don't know what that is about. Like, sometimes I think it's nothing like the live experience, though,
Mm-hmm.
in front of a
No, this is
live
dope. I like
studio audience, right?
it. Right,
In front of a live
right.
studio audience, like nothing is like it. Who was your
The
biggest
pressure.
inspiration? I gotta say, like, I guess coming up, yeah, because you can mess up. I can mess up a word, and it's live. I can't edit it.
Yeah.
No, but who was
Um,
your biggest inspirations growing up, though?
Believe it or not, I would say Will Smith and Denzel Washington. Um, you know, I think that pretty much everything that they do is great. I also like how they can still maintain themselves in each role. You know, that's something that has really attracted me. And then just the way that they carry themselves outside of them as an actor is something that I also respect and admire as a person that, you know, was a regular person before trying to, you know, pursue an entertainment career or anything like that. So I mean, like, you know, I'm really interested in not just you know, putting on a show, but, you know, changing my life and others. So, you know, anything that I can do to inspire, motivate, and anybody that inspire and motivates me, you know, is something that I look up to and, you know, try to emit.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the biggest persons, and I guess, well, growing up, it was my grandmother. Oh my gosh, she inspired me to like be the best woman I could be, and I could do whatever I wanted to do. That's how she made me
Yeah.
feel. Yeah.
We talk personal, you know, I would definitely easily say my
No,
father.
I mean
Um,
growing up.
yeah.
Well, I said growing up.
Yeah. Well,
Growing up
yeah, I
was
know.
your
I
dad.
was still
Yeah.
in work mode. I was still in, you know, in a work mode.
No,
But
I told
no,
you we're gonna
like
be flipping and flopping.
yeah,
No.
easy call. Easy call is my father. You know,
Okay.
he's still in my life today. Been in my life since I was born, so I'm very blessed with that. And just the example that I see and saw of him every day of not only how to be a man, but how to be a father, how to be a husband. You know, how to um, take care of your responsibilities. You know, I could go on and talk about this man all day, but really that's why even when, you know, my previous answer when I spoke about the other people that I look, you know, it really is to me about not just what you can do, but what kind of person are you. So you know, growing up, he always gave me this very specific quote that stuck in my head to this day is, what kind of man do you want to be? So that's something that I try and remember wherever I'm at in the world and whatever I'm doing.
I, I absolutely love your dad. That is absolutely amazing. Because I'm gonna ask my son. Because my son, let me tell you, this is, I don't know, this generation, and I don't know if anyone would ever have the guts to say what I'm about to say, but I only know how to speak my truth and my path. And
Yeah.
I think that sometimes, because of where I come from, I don't want to say that I gave my kids everything, because there's always something to give. But I did pretty good, you know, in my own right. And I feel like there is something when it comes to understanding that whole training process and understanding the work ethic and all of those things that go into growing up to be a grown adult, right?
Yeah.
I think my son has a sense of entitlement. You know what I mean? And he doesn't, like, he's kind of chill. Like, he hasn't, I
Yeah.
don't know. I know that everyone mature in their own right, but at the end of the day, my job and what I've learned from my grandmother is that I have to teach you life and also how to thrive and also how to survive, because it literally the survival of the fittest is a real thing. And when you can only goof off for so long. I mean, you have plenty of time to be a child and enjoy that. But then as time goes on and you become a teenager, there's lessons
Yeah.
and there's things that need to be learned. And I cannot, like, of course, that's my only son, but I can't baby him. So it's like,
Yeah.
I have to,
Yeah.
I got to, one day I might not be here. That's a true thing. I am. One day is going to come. But that's a strong, powerful question. What kind of man do you want to be? Like, what kind of man?
Right.
Like,
Oh, look
yeah.
right every day before you leave the house.
Oh, yeah. And that's like literally when you listen to something over and over and over again, you really take it in and you tend to start to be inspired by it. And you start to ask yourself that because you done programmed that into your subconscious being. And you're like, yeah, he right. Like, what kind of man do I want to be? Like, where do I want to go? What we doing with this thing here?
I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
I'm gonna ask him that. That's a real question.
you being able to be raised by a mother and a father. So,
Yeah, that's
you know,
definitely a blessing.
shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to your parents. And when you come across a good guy, that's what you do. You like, man, first we thank the mama. We're like, I thank your mama. I'm telling you, they're gonna be if my son keep up what he doing. I keep in my prayers, but everybody had their choices and decisions. But I don't want that girl saying like, did your mama teach you anything? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
No respect in the precinct. You can tell a lot about a man on how he treats his mom. If he's respectful with his mom and he loves her, I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna love that woman too, because he understands and respect the power and
Yeah.
the being of being a woman and what that entails. So great job, parents. Great job. What sort of like what are we working on? Like, you're working on the YouTube, that's on there now. We can subscribe to it, right? You're doing like
Yeah.
series. Is that like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that's so good.
Series, short films. So, you'll be able to check them out. Just follow me on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, on Instagram. I'll be posting all the links to view everything. I have a new website dropping soon where I'll be able consolidate all of the content onto one location. So definitely be on the lookout for that. As far as like other things that's out right now, I was just featured in this PJ music video. She did a remix of Angela, How Does It Feel? And I has a versus coming out with Timberland. So that's going to be pretty cool. And you can definitely check that out on YouTube as well. Common, the artist, just actually reposted that. So, if you're on his Instagram, you'll see it on his page. He posted the entire video. It's like 4 minutes plus long. He posted the entire thing on his page. So that was really cool. And we actually just released that over Valentine's Day. So, for everyone that's still in the loving spirit, you can go check that out. It was really, really fun working with her. She's super, super talented. And everybody that she had around to be professional too. So I had a blast working on that. I told you about the YouTube content coming out. YouTube that I wrote as well as am acting in is coming out. So I'm super excited about that too. What else? Auditions are coming up. So, hopefully you'll see me on the TV screen again pretty soon. But just trying to continue to stay moving forward, trying to continue to stay creative and be surrounded by creatives. So, anybody out here in the LA area, I've just really been networking.
Networking is the best. I think that this is a great season for networking. because you can get in touch with people. They're answering their phones. The
I'm
dog.
sorry about that. Yeah.
That's not your dog.
No, it's
He's
not.
working
But
at you.
you know, like I was saying, I'm literally, you would not believe me, but if I'm literally on set right now, like when we're off of this and you go to my live, you'll see like, oh, he was just on set. So like I had to take a break, hand somebody else the boomstick. I'm like, yo, I need a break real quick. Hold this. So I had to like step outside this apartment complex. It's not even my place. Normally I'm at home with the tripod and ring lights and everything set up. So
Oh, you get to.
you know, I really appreciate being patient, still pushing
Oh
through.
no, you know what my biggest thing is that making sure that, of course, you know, the internet thing works, your Wi-Fi is good, but
Yeah.
also too, sometimes with the outside it keeps people distracted, and then it throws me off because I'm unscripted and I want to be in tune with the person that I'm talking to. And when they're like looking at the car that's going across the street and the people that's walking into their apartment, they got distractions. They're not all the way here. And then
Yeah.
connect with what we're talking about. I mean, we could be
I'm
talking about if that was your dog.
We here.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we here.
We
Like,
here.
you could be talking about your dog, and we can make that sound so good that everybody will be in the conversation because we're in line and in tune to the moment. So I appreciate
Right.
you being, you know, aligned and tuned in a moment, because this is really a moment. And I definitely appreciate, you know, you giving me your time. That's something that you can't get back. Like, that's the most expensive gift that you can never give. And you're giving that right now here on Choose Your Path, live IG series with Sharon Tell Skill. Like, I appreciate that. And our virtual audience that we can't see, but we know they're there. They watching.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Yeah. So man, this is amazing. Oh, June Archer. I didn't even see him. June Archer. Yeah, see, I told you. Alvin Smith, but you can't see him either. I tell you, like, Prince,
I know, man. I wish I could see the
93.
comments. I can't wait to rewatch this.
I know. Oh my God, great season to network. Absolutely, it is. June Archer. That's my brother. Okay, he is the host of This Is 50. He has a podcast, Motivate You. He's on you. Yeah, he's interviewed some of the best in the business. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Nice.
So thank you,
out.
June. He's checking us out. Wow, look.
Hey,
tell
June.
them to come 10K cards. Yeah, June Archer is on here. Alvin Smith, I was talking about you, season 1, episode 9, because I'm so happy I got that, because I couldn't remember it at first. Tell me, look, he's like, oh,
so annoyed.
Your gifts. Let me give you your gifts. So I got to shout out to my sponsor. I'm gonna try to talk over the dog. You be like, yo. You're like, yo, what's up? He talking to somebody.
Oh my goodness. I'm about to have to go inside. This is getting ridiculous.
He must be talking to you.
They're talking to each other. It's really 2 dogs talking to each other.
Oh, it's 2 of them? Oh, they having a conversation.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. I got to send you this. This is my sponsor. It's a
that's
digital
cool.
business card. Yes, it's you. It's all yours. Now that we're in this this whatever we're in, you get to have someone, you can open up your phone and they can scan that and they can find you on your YouTube, on any of your social media platforms, and we can add all kinds of features to this amazing digital business card. 10K Cards, he's on here too. The CEO, he's always on here on the show. So shout out to 10K Cards because he can't see me. Oh, this is so dope. You see that? Let me tell you the cool feature about this card.
Okay.
It literally looks like your own app, except this is this is absolutely the next level 10K Cards. Are you kidding me? Like, you don't have to use up your space on your phone because it's cloud-based. So when you click the link, you make it the bookmark. And I got my face run under Netflix like, So shout out to 10K Cards. How dope is that? Like, I'm really excited. I really have I have a sponsor for my live IG series. And let me tell you why this is so cool. Because I get to give a gift every time someone comes on. I'm like, you look at your own QR code. We're going digital. Like, that's so amazing. Yep. See, Inspiring Decisions. She's a global speaker. Oh my gosh. That's a whole nother show. I love her so much. She's on here and she said, yeah, the card has made her like several leads. It was quite a few leads because it's so much easier now. Like they don't got to go in one place there. They
Right,
just go
right,
on all right
right there.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to 10K cards. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um,
Thank you, 10K cards.
I was gonna ask you describe your last experience on set because my expectations assumed that you were at home.
Okay. No, actually, when we were, my last experience on set was the video that we just shot with PJ. Well, the video that I shot, the PJ's video that I was in. But that was the last project we worked on. What is today? The 18th. So literally,
Today
I
is
was
the
on that
18th.
project like 6 days ago, 7 days ago, or something like that. And even Tough Love, we shot that during COVID, but the video for PJ's song "How Does It Feel," the remake to D'Angelo's Untitled "How Does It Feel." We shot that in LA. It was a house, a big old mansion that they kind of like production rented out. Everybody was following the COVID requirements between like wearing masks and things like that. It was very like safe set. Um, it wasn't a whole lot of people, just production. It wasn't like no whole lot of background or anything like that.
Mm.
And it was super fun. It's funny because they were like kind of cracking jokes on me because since I had to have my shirt off in the scene, I was like, on the side in between doing push-ups and, trying to get some sit-ups in real quick, get a quick little extra pump. But, it was a really, really good time. It was a lot of fun. And that was, like I said, literally about like 7 days ago because they edited and released the video, I want to say like 2 days after we had shot it. So, and it was funny because even when they were telling me about how fast they wanted to turn it around, I believed them, but you hear a lot of
You
things.
like, yeah, okay.
I'm like, hold on. I'm like it's midnight right now. That gives you like what 30 hours. I'm like, okay, but they did it and it came out amazing. And I'm just, it's just when you see people who are serious about what they're doing, they and put a lot of work into it, you can just tell how dedicated they are by the way that they carry themselves and just their follow through. So, not only, was the set amazing, but even just to see like the follow through on, how they put everything out and promoted it. And even like I said, with comment reposting it now and just the momentum that it's picking up, I was really happy to be a part of that project.
Oh yeah, you definitely should to be a part of a project so big like that, especially during this time. And then plus we need good music, we need good art. I
Mm-hmm.
miss one of the biggest things I miss about this time is I haven't been able to go to a musical. Like
Yeah.
I love theater
Yeah.
because I think it's absolutely amazing. It's so bright and the vibe and the rhythms and the frequencies that it gives off is absolutely amazing because they're on stage, they're in their costumes, they're in their character, and you get to witness it live with the instruments and everything going, and it's just a story live on stage with like
Yeah.
real people. I love it. I really, really love it, and I miss that so much. Like Broadway is like shut down, and then I had to switch my mindset over to say like, okay, we're all starting to like really adapt and adjust. So let me just
This is the
go
new
in
world we live in.
this,
It might not
yeah.
ever go back. Let me see if I can set this up, be hands free. Ooh,
Oh,
yeah. So, the new world we live in. So, even with myself, like I said, it's as far as like being new to LA, it was things that I had to do to just support myself, and 9 to 5s that I was working at, are no longer operating because of the shutdowns and things like that. So, it's been a lot of adjustments, a lot of adjustments for
a
everybody.
whole lot.
But I'm very thankful to still be here in Los Angeles pursuing my. I moved here by myself, so to still be here, almost 4 years later, in the midst of everything that's going on, and I wouldn't say thriving, but still making progress. I'm really really happy about that.
Man, me too. I'm happy too. Because I can't wait to go on to your page and see, like on your YouTube page, and see some of the projects that you're doing. Short films are so cool. Series are even more like amazing because you get to see the characters grow or evolve with series. You know what I mean? Like you're looking
Yeah.
forward to that next episode. Short films, I like them, but I just be like, I want more. They make you want more. Like
Do. Yes, they do. I,
YouTube is, yeah, YouTube coming is gonna be lit. I believe it.
yeah, yeah. That's why we're doing the direction of shorts and series, just because people are so interested in having the story keep going. So we're trying to. Oh my!
That
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not. I promise you, I'm professional. This is this. You know, I was on set.
but this is a really, are you kidding me? This is an amazing conversation. This in this climate that we're in, I've been doing so many Zooms and video chats and stuff. And sometimes kids are in the background and they like, get over here. So now, hold on, y'all. Let me,
Oh, you're right. Okay. Okay. I don't feel as
this
bad
is,
now. I don't
no,
feel as
you
bad.
shouldn't. I think this climate has given us that freedom to just be and be okay with not having that perfect everything. Cause like in media, everything, you
That
sit up
is true.
straight and you
That
look,
is true.
in
That
media,
is
I
true.
know like you sit up straight, you look into the camera and you move, you talk with your hands and you do all this and da da da. And
Yeah.
for me, I said, for this conversations, I do write down some stuff because my mind be all over the place. I be thinking, I'm that I still have my little girl imagination, right?
Yeah.
So I have to write down particular questions that I need to ask so that I don't forget. But most of the time, it's really just
Okay.
conversation for me. I want to relax in this climate that we're in because we're really in a pandemic, but yet us as creators, we're doing amazing things too, right in the midst of it. So
Yeah.
we're spreading.
It's
I
funny
hope
too
that we're
because
like bringing a light.
yeah, like this is oddly this last year, I guess, that we've been in the pandemic has actually been my most creative, than the previous first couple of years of being out here in LA. And whether it be because, people are more reachable now or more open to new ideas, whatever it is, I'm really enjoying what's happening, the direction that we're going in, and I'm just, trying not to get left behind. I guess we're gonna go back inside.
Okay. Oh yeah, we got like about 5 more minutes left into this, so you're doing very well.
No,
Thank you
no
so
rush.
much. That is so
No rush.
funny. That is so funny. They were actually like arguing and fighting. Wow. Tell me, what is one of the biggest lessons? Because the thing about challenges is that sometimes what challenges does is it helps us discover things about ourselves that we didn't really know. We might have knew, but
Yeah.
it kind of like it really brings a light to it. So what do you think has been that thing, I guess, that's really been keeping you focused? I know that we're doing, you're doing the videos and you're writing, but what is that thing that really keeps you focused to keep going, moving forward so that you don't get lost and left behind? Oh, okay, you're there. Yes, I can hear you. I know it was out for a minute there.
Yeah, I just think it's
Uh-huh.
and this year going on 29, it's a lot of things that I saw for myself when I first got started that I am now starting to see come to life. And I
Oh,
definitely
yes,
thought
they
they
can't
were,
hear you.
oh, they cannot, you can't hear me?
Uh-uh. No.
Hold on, let me see. Let me try.
Oh, now you can. Now we can.
Oh, you got me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
But yeah, so for me, what really kind of keeps me going is what I see for myself. You know, what kind of life I see for myself, the goals that I have set for myself. You know, I'm nowhere near anywhere of where I want to go. And that kind of like motivates me for sure. The fact that I have other people that still compliment me on, you know, the things that I'm doing. Honestly, just even being here with this interview with you right now, you know, is progression from where I was a year ago. So when I still see like doors like this opening and opportunities opening and you know people that you know I'm still meeting right now in my life that want to work with me and you know push me forward, you know that's something that just you can't help but appreciate it and want to continue to go hard at it. And like I said too, just growing up as an athlete, I'm naturally competitive. So whether I'm competing with, you know, someone else or even myself, you know, is how can I get better? So, you know, and I don't want to go back to Detroit. Like it's cold there. It's snowing on the ground. It's icicles and all kind of other, you know, stuff. Like the last thing I want to do is go back home to Detroit, have to shovel some snow. I want to move my mom and dad out here. They need to get out of that house, get out the snow over
Yeah.
there and come over here. So, you know, for me, like I said, I got a lot of reasons to keep going.
Oh, I messed up again.
Oh, you got me? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was freezing for a little bit, but you came back.
Okay, well,
Let's see.
yeah, just long story short, just the goals that I have for myself, the love that I have for what I'm doing, and the love that I have for the other people around me that want to do the same thing. Like, I want to be able to open up doors for them as well. So I mean, I have a lot of reasons to keep going, but like I said, just the fact that I'm still being able to being blessed to work now in the middle of a pandemic is a reason to keep going. You know, if they want to work with you in the middle of a disaster, I hope that when things get better, the momentum continues.
Exactly. What absolutely. What is one of the important causes that you support or issues that you support?
Um,
Oh, and before you answer that, I just want to shout out Craig Hanley. Thank you. Can you guys hear me? Oh my gosh, I think he froze for a minute. Let's see if it comes back. I think I'm gonna have to and he'll have to come back in. Hi, Craig Hanley. Thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate it. Hanging out with me today. Dun, dun, dun. We're here with Eric Tidwell. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Greg. Thank you. Oh, and thank you for the donations too. I didn't even see those down there. Such a dope conversation that we're having. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Shout out to 10K Cards. Shout out to PK Entertainment. What's up, Rocky? Hello, Denise Mendez. One, I see you. Kristen Nels, hello. I am J P Pay. I'm not sure. Please don't. I'm sorry. Celis the Nomad, hello. We lost connection. Let's try it again. There
Oh
we
my
are.
gosh, yo, She like, yeah, this gonna be my last time interviewing Eric. Like, you're not getting no more
Even like
interviews.
technical, even like technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
We needed a halftime performance or something.
I know, right? But it wasn't even that long because usually I would like bring in my sponsor and we'll talk until you can get the connection back. We'd be like, no, we're back.
Cool.
We're back live now.
Oh, you know
I had
what's
to
so
find me a
funny though is I
microphone.
can actually, believe it or not, I can see the comments now.
You can.
Yeah,
Maybe you need to
10K cards,
reset your phone.
Macy Days, Dennis. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
some
it's
stuff.
going up. Yeah. I'm telling you, this video probably going to be in the thousands after. We're not worried about that. We are not worried about that. And you know what's cool about interviews too? Is that a lot of times, like, I watch videos and from like 10, 20, 30 years ago, like interviews. And I'm like, wow, okay. They was going through that or they was experiencing that at that time. Okay, all right. Yeah. I love interviews, like absolutely love them. So we're not going to even be here. And one day they're going to be like, they was going through what? Do they even know what we're going through now? Yeah. They have no idea.
It's so funny too because you know, when I was getting ready for the interview, I had to get ready actually super early this morning because, like I told you, I'm on set right now, and my call time was 10 a.m. And right now it's 4 p.m. So imagine me like 8 in the morning trying to get ready to work for a few hours and then transform into, you know, interview time.
Interview mode.
Yeah, and I was just thinking the whole time, like, oh man, footage is forever. Like what you gonna do? Like, okay, like all right, trim up your face. Like, just do this, do that. Like, and now here it is. We got the technical difficulties. It's always something. It's like,
right, exactly, because there's no such thing as perfect. And a lot of times too, I think that when we do that, we put that out there, and then the universe has to serve us with that. You ever been like rushing to somewhere and all the traffic in the world just in the way? Yeah. When normally they wouldn't be there, but this particular day, because you have now put that out there, and there always has to be a force to push against it because you all in. You like, I got to get there and I need to get there on time. And it's like, oh, hey, bring him the resistance, please.
You know, when you said something earlier, when you said like the ideas become things and stuff like that, that's true. You know, and that's true whether it's positive or negative. So
it doesn't matter. Yeah,
exactly.
I was saying that earlier. I was like, it doesn't matter whether it's positive or negative, good or bad. It all depends on what your morals and beliefs are. At the end of the day, good is good and bad is bad, and it's all relevant. Whether people want to accept that or not, it's balanced to the universe. It's all relevant. When I study chemistry, that's pretty much how I work. Negative and positive. It was never the same. Because if it was the same, it just...
And I actually wanted to thank you. I didn't get a chance to say that earlier, but when you said that you worked 15 years as an EMT, you know, I just wanted to say thank you for that. You know,
really,
I know that's a very, very challenging job, and you know, you've been able to help a lot of people doing something like that for so long.
Oh, so, yeah. But you're welcome. Wow, that is awesome. Just doing my due diligence in the world. and I always like to share that piece because sometimes when I meet some creatives, they realize that at a very young age, and that's fine too. But I also want to speak to the people who feel like if they started doing one thing, then they can't transition to something else. And you could do whatever you want to do, really. But you can start doing one thing and then realize like, oh, I want to do that too. Let me try that. So I want them to know, see both sides. So I always ask sometimes because people, they notice, they know. And then their parents, they nurture that. And then for others, the experience is not like that. Like they're like, you're going to finish school, Bobby, and I don't care what the hell you do after that, but you're going to go to school. And then you find yourself in college, doing that. But here we are. Oh, it's 7:03.
Well, believe it or not,
we are at the end. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Well, I was just going to say that, believe it or not, I know that I spoke so much about my parents and I love them dearly. But believe it or not, you guys, they actually do not fully support my entertainment career. They would prefer me to be going down a completely different professional course. However, they do support the man that I'm becoming. And that's why I was saying that it's so important to remember who you are and what kind of person you are, no matter what it is that you do and contribute to this world. And even when you do not have support from the people that you want it from, appreciate the people that are supporting you and feed off that energy.
Absolutely, feed off of it and like dive all into it,
Look, my
because
last bit of love.
everybody is not going to see that. No, that's no. Everybody is not going to
Yeah.
see your vision, and it's not for them to see it. But as long as they're sending you love and they're respecting the man in you or woman,
Yeah.
then it's all good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what
Yeah.
it's about. So at the end, which I can't believe, hour goes by fast, don't it?
It does. It does.
I don't think I can. I'm like a chatterbox. I don't think that I could do like 15 minutes or 20. I guess I could. I guess if it's like scripted, you got to do that.
It
But
might
like
be a little boring.
unscripted,
It might be a little boring.
yeah. Because here we go. Like, where are you from? Why do you do that? How many
And
seasons
that's
were
our
you on the
time.
show?
And
That's it. Hey, folks, go ahead and check it. He's on TV, one in My Clio TV. Yes, and check him on YouTube as well. Bye-bye, folks. And that's exactly how it would be. But here, they get to like really feel you and have that human connection virtually. And they're like, I got to go subscribe to his YouTube channel. I got to look forward to his short films. He's an amazing being. Did you watch that interview he was on with Choose Your Path? It was really nice. Like, he loves his parents and his parents love him. I just absolutely love them. Like, there's a million people that do what you do, but when people connect and really get that feeling of who you are as a human being, they connect with you more and they want to see what it is that you're creating and they want to be a part of that world, and they follow you for years and years and years on end because they connected you in some way. These interviews are very relevant. Every single one of them, big and small, they're all relevant to the path.
Thank you again for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.
And, you know, side note, I also do want to thank my publicist, Rocky, for setting this up. He was actually one of the people that did speak about the exact same thing that you mentioned about, you know, how can we showcase who you are and, you know, what kind of person you are? Because like you said, there's tons of actors and, you know, talented people and good looking people. And, you know, this is LA. So it's like, you know, what makes you different? So definitely thank you for letting me talk to you and telling you why I chose this path and why I'm still on it.
Exactly. Thank you so much for sharing it. So at the end of every show, I ask a really quick thing. If you give us one word, which you've given us so many gems, I know, and I really appreciate it. But one more, either one word or a sentence, something to help us, motivate us, inspire us as we continue to move forward. And you can take a moment.
That's a good one. I would say, you miss every shot you don't take. So, and I actually have that tattooed on my arm. The reason why I'm gonna give you that, and I picked that one up in like the 6th grade or 7th grade. Like I said, growing up as an athlete, it first stuck to me because of basketball. You know, and Kobe was my favorite athlete, and we know he's a shooter. R.I.P. Kobe.
Yes.
And it's funny, too, because Jordon is my middle name. I was born in 92, Michael Jordan, but I'm not going to talk about basketball. So either way,
I get to see Michael Jordan play.
Right? You miss every shot you don't take. It would be my my little quote for you. Just because what it does is it encourages you to still try. You know, it's okay to fail. It's okay to not perform your best, and you know, it's okay to miss the shot, but you know, you tried. You took a chance. And the truth of the matter is, like I said, you literally miss every shot you don't take. So, you know, don't be scared to shoot, because you know that's one guaranteed way to fail is to never try.
Wow, he said he loved this interview. It was so therapeutic. I know. That is so funny. It was so therapeutic. It I hope that we definitely took you on a trip somewhere where you were like, you know what, let me think about this question, because I'm definitely going to have my son answer that question. But yes, thank you so much. I hope that you guys please go and follow Eric Jordon Tidwell. I was like, do I put it all on there? He said, yeah, it's okay. It's cool. You can put the whole name on there. Thank you so much.
With the government. With the whole
podcast
government.
I have a podcast that's coming up that's going to be on all the digital platforms. So as you continue to create, I would love for you to come back. And I want to just, you know, be a part of this journey as you continue to grow as this amazing artist that you are, writer, model, and actor. And who knows what's going to happen as you
might even do some public speaking.
Light and energy. Have an amazing. What? Are you kidding me? I love public speaking. I got a show. I mean, not a show, but I did a show last year. But yeah, I love public speaking. So definitely, let's do that for sure. Everybody, have an amazing evening. And thank you for the donations. Important, cheer, and tell. Choose your path. Bye.